Hey friends, Howie Perks here with a live on YouTube talking about the Live Good Matrix. Just being a Live Good, I know there's a lot of questions out there, and I wanted to just address those on a live. I kind of want to see, how these lives work. I've never done one before, so this is my very first one. So if you get to catch me doing the live, welcome. Thanks for coming. But in being in Live Good, I know getting started, there may be some questions on how the matrix works. I know I was confused with it when I first got started. And even in one of my older videos on the matrix, I didn't explain how the matrix fills properly. And I want to clarify that in this video. And I also want to talk about what happens if you have one of your team members quit and how that compression works. And also, too, what happens if they quit and then they rejoin. Let's say you have somebody in this example that I'm going to use here. I'm going to use Bob here as an example. Let's just say Bob brought in two people and he's bronze and he quits. What happens when he quits and what happens if he ends up joining? Like maybe he missed the payment or something like that. I want to talk about how all that works so that there's more clarification and understanding. I want to provide value to people out there looking for Live Good. Maybe you're in Live Good and you're wondering. I did contact support. I got some great answers for how that all works, and I want to be able to share that information with you. So let me go ahead and make myself a little smaller here so you can see my screen. And bear with me, I might click the wrong button. There we go. That works. So what I did here is I put a little graph together, and let's just pretend in this scenario that we're talking about you, and you started building out Live Good. You got some new members underneath you. Whether or not you brought them in. In this case, it doesn't matter. Let's just talk about that your matrix is filling out. You have Bob here, some more members. Bob brought in two people, and then it filled out a little bit more. And then underneath one of Bob's people, there's another member. So for this instance, I want to talk to you about what happens when Bob quits and is removed from the matrix. And I didn't know this when I first started, that the matrix, it compresses, which is actually kind of cool because you can be rewarded if somebody else above you moves out of their position and can put you in a better position in the matrix, not only putting you in a better position, but puts your team members below you in a better position as well. So in this instance, we'll say Bob didn't pay his membership. So in order to stay qualified in the matrix, I just learned this. So you're obviously in the matrix. You have your membership. You became an affiliate. You're in the matrix. But you also can stay qualified in the matrix by making $50 in retail sales. And I didn't know that, so I just learned that. So let's just say Bob maybe forgot to make his payment. Maybe he didn't make $50 in qualifying sales, or he just outright canceled for some reason. Let's just move Bob out of the way. What would happen is the person underneath Bob who has been in the longest, which would be the left leg, would move up into Bob's position. And therefore, what that would do would bring this member up into another position. And anybody else underneath would also move up as well. So it would fill that out. And then now, Bob obviously has somebody on his team. This guy here has another person on his team who he never had before. And again, the more there's a downline below that, the more then that can really affect somebody's matrix payout because they're in a better position in the matrix with that. And then on that, I want to talk a little bit about how the matrix fills, because in one of my very, very first videos, I talked about how the matrix fills from left to right. And I realized in my video that I put in the box here from right to left, I worded it wrong. But I thought it just, when it filled out, it went here, then it went here. On your first row, it does. Your first level does. And I thought it went here, then here, then here, then here. And same thing all the way down. But I was incorrect on that. So what it does is your first level, first member comes in, 1, 2, you have 2 spots to fill. But underneath that, what will happen is a member comes in, member will be placed here. It'll skip this spot, come over here, and then come back and fill in here and here. So what it does is it fills from left to right, but it kind of equals it out. So it's not just people all the way on the right-hand side are waiting forever, to have people, possibly placed underneath them. Again, there's no guarantee on any type of spillover or anything like that. But that's what will happen. And again, down here, it goes, it skips over this person. So let's just pretend this person isn't here. New member came in here. Then the next member would go here, and then here, and then here, and then bounce back over into here, this spot, this spot, and this spot. And I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. I've never been in a forced, matrix before. I've never seen the compression happen. I've always been in a binary, just a left and a right team. So it was kind of cool to kind of see that happen on my team, where somebody quit and then people moved up for that. I was like, oh, that sucks. And then all of a sudden that person joined again. So this person is qualified. This person is a bronze. So Bob is a bronze. So where would Bob go? Bob would go in the first available position at the bottom, which would be all the way over here. So now all of a sudden this member has Bob on his team when Bob used to be up here. And now, Bob's here. And one cool thing that I just found out is that Bob's not going to lose his matching bonus. So even though Bob got pushed down to the bottom in the matrix because he didn't make his payment, and LiveGood will send out like 4 email reminders to say, hey, you need to make a payment, or you need to qualify, or whatever you need to do. And if you don't do that, then you're going to get removed from the matrix, and then if you become active again, you end up getting put at the bottom. And in this example, let's just say Bob, he's bronze because he brought in 2 people. He'll still match these 2 people on their paychecks. He just, he's just going to lose out on some of that matrix commissions. And so if you're somebody who has a big downline below you, and that happens, they quit, or they cancel, or they don't qualify, they could lose out on a lot of matrix commissions because, end up being put at the bottom, in the first available position. So I hope that really helped. Let me see if I got everything. To stay qualified, you need to pay your monthly membership or $50 in retail sales. If you don't pay, qualify, or quit, you lose your position like we just demonstrated there. If you miss a month and then maybe reactivate the next month, again, you lose your position in the matrix, but you'll be put back into the matrix, and you don't lose your matching bonuses, which is huge. Let's just say you're somebody who brought in 10 people. You're still going to get matching bonuses on all those 10 people that you personally brought in. And then a big thing is LiveGood will send out 4 email reminders to make sure to let people know that, hey, you're not qualified, you're going to lose your spot in the matrix. And also the sponsor, will be notified so that you can reach out to your team member. Let's just say you, in this scenario, you have an opportunity to reach out to Bob and say, hey, Bob, what's going on? Do you plan on staying active? You're about to lose your position. Kind of give them another extra heads up. Anyway, again, it's my first live. I'm using a streaming thing called StreamYard. It's my first time. I can't really tell if anybody even made it on here. If not, no worries. It'll end up being recorded in YouTube anyway. If you are looking at LiveGood, you found value in this, you're still looking for a team to join, I invite you to click on the link below, become a pre-enrollee, kick the tires if you need to. And if you join us, we do have a private team site that if you look at some of my other videos, you'll see a little behind the scenes sneak peek on what we provide. We want to make sure that we're helping you succeed in LiveGood, and that team site's one of those ways where it's a password protected team site. You can, let me go ahead and make my face bigger so you can actually talk to you instead of you looking at the screen here. Give me 1 second. So we have a password protected team site that has a lot of different training in there. And there's going to be more training added. Some of the training that's in there are invitation strategies so that you can learn how to approach your warm market, to approach people on Facebook, a strategy where Kevin was able to personally sponsor 40 paid members by using this Facebook strategy. And he teaches that and gives access to like a spreadsheet and how he tracks everything. We're going to have YouTube training in there. And also there's some AI website called NowSite in there that some people are having success with. I haven't really kicked the tires with that yet. I do have it. However, I haven't really dove deep into it, and I want to check that out a little bit more. But we're doing everything we can to try to make sure that you, if you join us, you have everything you need. And just know if you join me, I will personally connect with you. I'll send you a Loom video to say hi, to get you the team site ASAP. And then just reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm very approachable. Ask me anything. Say, hey, I have a question, or I have 15 questions, whatever it may be. I'm here for you. So anyway, thanks for being on my first live stream or watching the recording of my first live stream. I'm going to do a lot of these because they're real easy. And I like this StreamYard, in order to share my screen. Because if you do it directly in YouTube, if you don't know live streaming, I didn't know, there wasn't a capability just to share the screen. You could just see me on camera, and I wanted to actually show something here. So again, Howie Perks, thanks for watching my video, and I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday night.